So I have all these stray cats around our apartment complex. There's like 10 of them. And I have taken to feeding them. So I get this. At first, there was just this one cat. She's missing a leg. And according to one of the neighbors that live out here, she can tell that she used to be a house cat that someone just got rid of and dumped outside. And she ended up pregnant and having a whole bunch of kittens. So I was feeding her and the kittens like cans of wet food, but it got expensive really quick, really fast, because they were eating like 3 meals a day per cat, per kitten, because they weren't eating breast milk anymore. They were a little too big for that, so they were eating the wet food out of the can. And I was going through like 6, 7 cans of wet food a day, because the kittens didn't eat a whole can of food, but they would eat like half a can of food per cat. So whatever the math was, it was like a ton of cans. So I would take to buying like boxes of canned food, and I was still running through like a box in the span of like 4 days. And it had like 20 cans of cat food in there. So it was getting expensive too fast, because I live off $600 a month in disability money. And I would only have like $150 at the end of the month once all my other bills were taken care of. So I couldn't afford to keep up with it with all the other things I needed to do with the extra $150 I had at the end of the month. So then I started buying dry cat food, and the other neighbor was taking care of the cat that was missing the leg and her kittens. So I just started leaving food outside of my house, which is right here on the corner. I don't know if you can see that little ledge outside of the door, but I leave the cat food on the little stoop. And then there's like a little step down from the stoop. It's just a singular step down, but I leave the food on the stoop and a big bowl of water for them. So I've been leaving like a ton, like a half a bag of cat food out there, because there's like 6 or 7 other stray cats that come and eat off of the food that I leave out there. So I'm going through a bag of food in like 2 days. And that's like a 5-pound bag of cat food. I go through that in like 2 to 3. That's my neighbor's car. It is so obnoxious. I go through like a bag of cat food in about 2 days and 1 morning. So I've been taken to what I found on Walmart is a 16-pound bag of food for $25, which is like, it's $15, but with the delivery fee, it's $25 and some change to get it delivered to the house. And the only problem with that is, while it should last, I'm thinking theoretically 2 bags should last for all the cats roughly for about a month. So for $50, I should be able to feed them for about a month, just about a month. It's pretty much the only workable scenario I can think of right at the moment that might keep all of those cats fed. But they make me feel so bad, because like every morning that I wake up, they get to the house around 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like 11:30 right now. And anytime I'm late feeding them, they all jump up on the windowsill and stare at me through the window. So I'll be sitting on the couch and they just sit there and they stare at me, and then they go to the other window and they stare at me, and they're like, did she forget to feed us today? And like, can she see us that we're hungry and like we need to be fed? And they make for sure that I know that they're out there. So like one cat will jump up there and then it'll jump down, and then a gray cat will jump up there and it'll jump down, and another gray cat will jump up there and it'll jump down, and then eventually if I don't come out, they'll just go somewhere else to look for food, which they just did. So I ordered a delivery for today. It's my first time ordering the 16-pound bag of food from Walmart, because I found it like a week ago. It's a 5-star rated brand by Friskies, and all the other ones were like 4-star rated, almost like 4.1 star rated, but this one had like 20,000 reviews and it was a solid 5-star rated. So I ordered that one for them, and it's like a seafood blend. That was the 5-star, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna really like it. But I ordered that, and I put an express delivery rush on it, so it will be here between 30 minutes to 70 minutes. Instead of the next quickest one was a 3-hour delivery. And I said, I know they're hungry, so I'm going to get the fastest delivery I could afford to get. Because I had ordered on that Chanel No. 5 video that I had made. It was $118 for a 1.2 ounce bottle of Chanel, but Chanel declined the sale because they said that my billing address was different from my shipping address, something or another with a Cash App card. And so they said since it didn't match each other, they couldn't go through with the sale. So the whole $124 got refunded to me. So I had a little bit of extra money to be able to get the big bag of cat food. And I got some sample vials, like 4 sample vials of Chanel, just to tide me over till I can get the size bottle of Chanel that I actually want. But I managed to get both things that I wanted to get done for today, the cat food and a couple little sample bottles of Chanel. But I got the cat food. It'll be here soon, so I hope they work their way back around here in another couple hours so they can eat. But it's expensive taking care of cats. Like, shoot, I mean, that's just the food part of it. I'm spending $50 to $75 a month on cat food. And it's just so many cats. Like, if it was just one cat, that would be way more than a little manageable just for food. But then you start thinking about if you had a house cat and vet bills and toys and food and snacks and treats and all the stuff that comes into taking care of a pet, I'm like, I don't think I could ever afford that. If even when I get a job, because I am disabled and I have not only the mental health side of things that flare up sometimes with certain people you run into at work, but the fibromyalgia is really what keeps me from being able to work. And I'm not even collecting disability for that, because you can only collect disability for one disability as far as I know of. And I've done research into that to see if you could collect more money if you have multiple disabilities, and they're like, no, you can only switch one disability on paper for another disability. And so I can't get extra money for the fibromyalgia, which would be great, because that's really what's keeping me from being able to work. I can only do part-time, like 16 to 18 hours. I try to do 30 hours, and I flare up so bad, like I can't only work for 6 months at a time. Then I have to resign, and I'll be in bed for like a year. And it's just so bad. And so that's like the max that I can do. But just wanted to get up here this morning and share about the cats. I've been feeding them for going on like 3 to 4 months now, and I've been spending probably way more than I would have been had I realized Walmart, because Walmart's so affordable anyway. But I've been buying bags of cat food from the Dollar General down the street on my walks, my hour walks that I've been taking, and I've just been carrying the cat food back in my backpack. And I pay $5 for like a 3 to 5 pound bag of cat food, and it's gone in 2.5 days. So I've really been spending quite a lot of money on cat food over the course of a month. And so I'm hoping the 16-pound bag of cat food will last more. And I'm also trying to consider how much food a cat actually needs and do a little research into that. Instead of dumping out a shit ton of cat food for 6 cats, just measure it out, like how much I know they logically need per meal, which is like, what, a cup, half a cup of cat food or something like that, for an adult cat, and just measure it out for 6 cats worth of 3 meals and see if that's more or less so than what I've been putting out there. Because normally there's cat food left at the end of the day that they eat in the morning. Then I refill the pile, and every night there's like a small pile left that a cat will probably either eat on in the middle of the night or eat on when they wake up in the morning before I get the chance to put more down. But it's been working out pretty good so far. Everybody gets fed, so what the amount that I'm putting out there seems to be a pretty good amount. It's just I don't want to be overfeeding them and having them, because there's some of the cats are so lush now that they get so much free food. I really will literally watch a cat just come up, take a few bites and walk away, and come back like 2 hours later, take a few bites and walk away. Like, they're just so comfortable having free food now. They just graze all day long, even if they're not actually hungry. So I think I've been putting out a little bit too much cat food, and I'm not trying to break my pockets. I'm trying to keep them from starving. So I think I need to reassess how much food I'm putting out there, because I'm like, y'all are just getting comfortable at this point. And I mean, that's great and all, but I'm not trying to over exert myself with the little bit of money that I have. Like, I'm trying to keep you fed and not dying, not like grazing all day long. So that's just too much cat food. But I'm gonna figure it out. So anyway, love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.